everyone, I'm Dr. Tracy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Benjamin. Nice to meet you all, and thanks for logging in today and joining us today as well.
Okay, so today our topic will be on what is vaccination.
Vaccine is a very simple and straightforward thing. What it does is, it uses our immune system to help, to boost, and to prevent us from getting serious diseases.
Okay, so I will explain a little bit regarding your answer in Mandarin. So 什么是疫苗呢？疫苗是当我们注射疫苗进我们的身体的时候，我们的身体会制造一些抗体来帮我们预防一些的病毒。So, the next question will be, what is vaccine made of and what is the content?
Alright, most of the manufacturers do vaccine and how it works in a very specified way. So before I go into that, it's important I explain a bit how do we get an infection. We are exposed to germs all around us, and the air that we breathe, the food that we take, we are constantly exposed to all the germs. So by chance, when this germ gets into us, it will grow, it will replicate, and with that, you have an infection. And what does our immune system does is, it will respond by fighting it. If it's a mild infection, what's going to happen is you'll get well. But if it gets a bit worse, you need to see a doctor, you're given antibiotics, you're given antivirus to get better. And one of the most amazing things that our body does, after you get an infection, the body will capture, will memorize, and allow the defense mechanism to protect and prevent yourself from getting the next infection from the same germ. And that's exactly how a vaccine works. A vaccine inside contains this germ, but it's not a live germ. The germ is killed, is weakened, or just part of the germ, just to allow the body to capture the disease so they can remember it. By remembering it, it allows the immune system to respond. And as these germs come into your body, it doesn't allow you to get infected. So it's like getting yourself injected, the vaccine, and you don't get sick from it.
Okay, so Dr. Benjamin 跟我们解释的是我们的疫苗是如何制造的呢？说我们的疫苗是他们会抽取一点点的病毒或者是细菌，然后软化它，然后注射进去我们的身体。那么我们的身体就会知道，当我们有这个细菌的时候，它会保护我们，它会记得，然后来预防我们的这个病毒。
Another thing I forgot to add, sorry Tracy, part of the question you asked, what is it content? So one of the content of the vaccine is actually have a few ingredients. It's like cooking, and I told one of it is a germ. So usually when this weakened germ, these killed germs, they're a bit weak, they are not stable. You need a few ingredients to hold the vaccine together. So one of it, they have a thing called adjuvant. Adjuvant, what is an ingredient that you put the vaccine together to actually help your immune system to boost it, to produce the antibody that is needed to get better. Number two, we have a thing, a stabilizer. Usually it comes from eggs, so that allows the whole vaccine to be stabilized in its form. So it allows you to be transported, and it doesn't deform. And at the same time, we have a few minor ingredients. Is preservative. It's because you have to stock the vaccine for quite some time. So it's a small minor amount. It allows us the vaccine to have a longer expiry date. And number two, a bit of residual antibiotic is to prevent any infection in the vaccine itself when it's administered to us. So these are part of the ingredients, that's what we do. And how is it produced? All the manufacturing has the same concept. They will grow a lot of these germs. But when they grow a lot, we do not give you these germs because it will affect you, may get sick. So they only take a part of it. Either they kill it, or either they they make it weaker, and they will isolate it and put it in with a stabilizer, the adjuvant, and package it as a whole, and that's how the vaccine is being produced.
说我们的疫苗，当它推出市场的时候，其实疫苗除了里面有被软化的病毒与细菌以外，它还有加了一些成分来帮我们的疫苗更加的稳定，跟少许的抗生素来避免一些细菌的感染。Okay, so who do you think should get the vaccination?
Oh, that is the question that all my patients ask me. I think vaccine is recommended, is suggested for all age group. For children, for example, it's actually recommended by all the authorities. I mean, when you are born, you are getting vaccinated as well. And then you have, after that, as you get older, you become a teenager. And as a teenager, you get vaccinated as well. And oftentimes, when you apply for colleges, like to the States, to the UK, to the Australia, they ask you to get vaccinated. The reason behind it is you'll be staying in a hostel, in a dorm, and it's a bit packed, it's a bit crowded. They are worried that infection may spread. So the only way to protect is get yourself vaccinated. So those age groups are advised to get vaccinated as well. Then it comes to adult, people like me. Even for myself, I get my flu vaccine shot every single year. It's to protect myself from getting sick because I'm seeing patients every single day, and that's how I protect myself as well. And after that, you have another group of people. Those aged 60 years old and above, we suggest that they should get vaccinated by pneumococcal, is to prevent pneumonia, and shingles, to prevent shingles infection. That is what we recommend. And of course, lastly, you have the special group. That special group is very interesting. These are the people that we call immunocompromised. What it means is, by chance or by luck, their immune system is a bit weak and it cannot produce that much antibody or is affected by certain diseases. This special group, we must care for them. And the only way for them to get serious diseases or serious infection is by vaccination. So when they undergo a treatment or on their daily life, they are not exposed to these germs and they don't get sick.
说谁应该注射疫苗呢？说根据 Dr. Benjamin 所说，什么年龄层都需要拿疫苗，尤其是那些超过60岁以上的病人，他们需要拿一些预防肺炎或者是流感的预防针。So, as many people concerned, is vaccine safe or not?
Okay, again, that's a question all my patients ask me as well. Is vaccine safe? Well, to summarize it, my grandparents does it, my parents does it, my family does it, myself does it, and all my patients does it. It is safe, and it's 98% effective. And I know some people are worried about you may have a bit of side effects and so forth. The side effects are usually very, very minor. You just probably have a mild fever a day or two, or pain over your injection site. That's it. It doesn't have a very serious complication. And serious or life-threatening or what you call it, serious allergic reaction is very rare in vaccines as well. And at the same time, these vaccines actually are being tested. And the drug companies do a thing called a multi-phase clinical trial, where it's tested on the population and it makes sure it's safe before it's allowed for the general public to be vaccinated. And even the vaccination will be going for decades or years in the market. Even up until today, the authority actually track, monitor, and actually see this patient whether they cause any serious problem. And up until today, there's none, which is why it's recommended by the WHO, the CDC, the European Health Authority, and even our own Malaysian Health Authority say it's safe. That's how safe it is.
所以疫苗安全吗？疫苗基本上是安全的，为什么呢？因为这些疫苗都是经过了无数的实验，证明了对人体没有害，他们才会推出的。当你打完疫苗过后，可能你会有少许的副作用，例如一点点的发烧跟一点点的红肿，那个是正常的。So there's a lot of misconception regarding vaccination recently. Can you share what is your opinion?
That actually started by a few people. So there's a lot of myth and conception in terms when it comes to vaccination. It all actually started from a group called anti-vaxxers in the United States, and in Malaysia you have the same movement as well. First of all, they will say that when you get yourself vaccinated, it's very harmful. It is not. It's not harmful at all. In fact, it protects you. It prevents you from getting sick. And at the same time, one of the arguments that these anti-vaxxers have, or myth and misconception is, at the moment, around the world, there's no more such serious diseases. There is good hygiene, there's good sanitation, and we do not need any vaccination anymore. And because of that, a lot of people think they do not need vaccination anymore. I think vaccination is highly recommended. It's because it's the only way to protect yourself from getting seriously sick. You see, the germs are still out there. Yes, we are well and we are not sick. It's because of the many years of vaccination program around the world. So that means, in short, the whole population around the world are not sick because they are vaccinated. But if you stop the vaccination, which happened in the 70s in the Great Britain, in Sweden and UK, where they stopped the vaccination because they find it so effective and they thought they eliminated the germs, they were wrong. So we have a pandemic after that. So these germs are actually sleeping, they're out there, and the only best way to protect us is getting vaccinated so we don't get sick.
OK， 我明白大家有一些人对我们的疫苗是有所成见的，可是我们相信疫苗到现在为止都是安全的。预防胜于治疗，我还是鼓励你们打预防针来避免一些病毒的感染。因为我们相信我们的病毒还在我们的四周围埋伏着。Okay, so Dr. Benjamin, now we have a few questions from our FB Live. So the first question, why do you need to get some vaccine each year, but others are only once a year?
Oh, okay. Well, again, that goes back to the germ. Why some vaccines you can have lifelong, and some vaccine you need a booster. There's a few reasons to it. One of it is the types of vaccine. If you have a live vaccine, it's lifelong, no problem. But some of the vaccine is like weakened or they use the subtype of it. So a classical vaccine that needs on a yearly basis is your flu vaccine. Why your flu vaccine you need it every single year? Is because, especially virus, bacteria don't change its form a lot, but viruses always changes its form. So every year, the flu changes its form. It's like what you're seeing in COVID right now, what you're seeing the SARS in the past. It changes as each year goes by. So which is why you need to update yourself with a different strain of vaccine every single year. And usually for flu, because every single year you have the flu season, so the expert or the virologist will come up with the common types of strain, and they'll pass the data to the manufacturer, and they will produce the vaccine on a particular year, on a particular strain, and that's why you need it every single year.
Okay, so 这个预防针有一些预防针是每一年你都需要打一次，为什么呢？根据 Dr. Benjamin 的解释是，因为有一些病毒好像流感都是每一年都有一个季节的，所以当有这个季节的时候，你需要打这个预防针。而这些病毒有时候每一年它都会有变化，所以我们需要根据每一个季节我们需要打预防针，所以这些预防针都是每一年都需要打一次的。Okay, the next question, how many times we can inject a vaccine at once?
Oh, well, at the moment, actually, all guidelines, all data, all textbook and literature, there's no limit. It's just more that how much you're really getting yourself being poked at that one single day. So usually what doctors does is they ask you to get poked maximum of 3 times. That is because not, how do I put it, it's a limit, but they don't want you to get injured or fearful. Because imagine getting yourself poked 4 times in one day. It's a bit scary, but in reality, there's actually no limit. You can take multiple shots, and you even have combination vaccine, where 3-in-1 or 4-in-1 vaccine, you'll be still fine and safe.
基本上是没有预定的，所以如果你要打3支在同一天，也是没有问题的。Okay, the next question, are vaccines safe today?
Again, like what I said earlier, vaccines are really, really safe. There's nothing for you to worry about. The manufacturer, the authorities will always monitor the vaccine, even though at the current state, like now, the program by the authorities, they track all the vaccination, they track all the lots that's given, and they collect data on all the diseases that are vaccinated to see is there any breakthrough infection. If there is none, if there is no emergence of pandemic, it shows the vaccine works. And of course, one of the things that they track for your safety is actually any side effects, any complication. And if there is, they pull it out for the market. And this vaccine is not something new. It has been there for many, many years, and some even decades, back in the 80s and 70s. So yeah, it's safe, and everyone does it.
So 基本上疫苗是绝对安全的。Can too many vaccines overload our immune system?
The answer to that is actually no. The immune system of your body is perfectly well as long as you're a healthy person. So even you take multiple shots, your immune system is able to capture, memorize the germs, and protect you from future infection and prevent it from happening.
只要我们的身体是健康、没有疾病的，无论多少支的预防针都是没有问题的。Okay, prevention is better than cure. So this is the end of our session. So for now, we can enjoy 30% of discount in our health screening. Any enquiries, feel free to contact 0422291103.
Just a bit of an add-on. Probably my topic's introduction to what vaccine is. But to those that's logging today, please spread the news to your friends. My colleagues is going to do something more for you all. In the next 7 weeks, we're going to have a series of talks on FB Live, same time, same day, every Saturday. What we're going to do for you is, every week we're going to have a different topic on the type of vaccine. So the next one will be a thing called a HPV vaccine, and we're going to have different type of vaccine as the week passes by. So stay tuned with us. We will educate, we will share with you why this vaccine is so important to you. And the take-home message from all this is why you need vaccine. It's not to say protect yourself, it's to protect your loved ones and the people around you, your family, your friends. And that is why vaccine is very important.
Thank you.
Thank you.